Now we're going to explain why lists and keeping lists accurate was so important to us. When we fill out our information in any of these columns, it's good if we can standardize information. For instance, craneware stays as a craneware, not a craneware with a dash in between it or a number or a letter after it, but a craneware. So that's why we have the lists we can choose from, to keep the spelling accurate, because if we do, then Excel has a rather neat trick for helping sort through and filter information. It's called autofilters. You see these line of arrowheads across the top here? They are all autofilters, and they will filter the information in each column individually. So you can see we can sort through a description, and then from the description who's got that equipment by the hiring company by clicking on this autofilter here, and then we can also find out who moved that equipment for us by clicking on here. Anyway, never mind that. Let's go back to this column here. Normally, to find information, we'd have to shunt through all this column of information to find all the cranewares we've got, and then before we can do any other filtering. However, with autofilters, we click on the downward pointing arrow. We're then presented with a drop-down list. You can see it's got a few customizable searches here, but the ones we're interested in are the actual information. It's different information is found in each cell, in each column. In this case, the cranewares are right there. See it? So if I click on craneware, we get all the cranewares that are in that column of the spreadsheet right here. Now if I wanted to find out how many cranewares are at, say, Blogs & Co, the company, although I can't do that here, I could click on the downward pointing arrow here, and if I had some company information in this column here, it would filter that as well, but unfortunately I don't. The great thing about this as well is that now that we have it like that, we can print this out. I can show you that by doing a print preview for you. Here we go, hit print preview. Still going good. And there we go. We can print this out. Instead of having to print out the whole spreadsheet just to find out the cranewares and marking them with a pen, we'll see, we can actually have it printed out this way. So we'll close it. Now be aware, when you've got this filter set, it can be a bit confusing if you come in later and think, well, wait a minute, there's a whole heap of information missing, what's going on? Be aware that when you've got a full autofilter set, this little arrowhead here is blue, and the numbers, the cell row numbers along the side will be blue as well. So if you see that, you know somebody set an autofilter. Go to the autofilter, and if you want to return everything back to the way it was originally, click on the blue ones and hit all, and everything will be returned back to normal. As I say, as long as the spelling is kept the same for all the load cells and all the cranewares, everything works fine with autofilters. It's where people start doing stuff and getting mixed up that it goes wrong, and that's why we try and use the lists to keep everything standardized.